River Recreational Trail is a brand new initiative. The goal is to promote use of the Ohio River as a recreational resource. The trail is 274 miles long, starting in Portsmouth, Ohio, ending in West Point, Kentucky, which is just downstream of Louisville. An inaugural paddle and cycling event is being held this Saturday, starting in Portsmouth and traveling all the way down the trail through numerous river towns. A couple of guys here to talk about it. Jerry Schulte and Owen Neiswanger, the minds behind this trail. Good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in. I find this incredible. So first of all, I didn't know how long the river was between those 2 points.
274 miles.
But second of all, just give me the idea of having this turn into a recreational trail, Jerry.
Well, what we're trying to do is get people the opportunity to see what's in their own backyard here on the Ohio River. Those of us that have been on the river and know the river and love the river, see the things that are out there, the 150 different species of fish, the eagles, the ospreys, the beaver and river otters and all those things. And it's an amazing resource. So we're trying to get everybody else the opportunity to have the same experience that we've had over the years.
So first of all, let's talk about the paddling and cycling event. People are going to do that entire trail, including you, right, Owen?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a hearty group of 9 or 10 of us going on the first section of the trail from Portsmouth down to Cincinnati, and then we're joining up with a much larger group that's going to go from Cincinnati all the way down to Louisville. And there's a land-based group taking some bikes, checking out the cycling routes, the existing ones, and then ones that we might need to work on.
Okay.
As well as these really awesome 12-person Voyager canoes, if you can imagine. The kind that the old fur traders used to use on the
yeah. That's
Great
what you'll
Lakes.
be in,
That's
a
what
canoe?
We'll be in, and they're fun to look at, they're fun to paddle, and they really get down the river a little faster than a kayak or a canoe would. So while we're doing the entire length of the trail in 10 days, the idea is that we'll be able to establish some really great planning tools so people could do a smaller stretch and plan a really great trip just in their own backyard.
So what types of planning tools are we talking about? What are people going to need if they decide they want to do something like this on their own?
Well, the digital guide will have in it boat ramps, marinas, restaurants, historical markers, just literally everything you need to plan an adventure, whether it's the whole 274 miles or just an afternoon's trip.
Okay.
You can do that in this guide. So it'll have weather information, it'll have river information.
Some safety stuff too.
Safety, absolutely.
And you've got some pretty big business partners jumping in to help you with this.
Absolutely. We've had REI step up
Oh,
and provide us with some funds for the whole thing. We're working with OKI here locally to develop the digital guide for us. We're working with the National Park Service in hopes that we can, number one, get a grant, but number two, get recognition as a national water trail, which will put us on the national map as a water trail.
Now you're talking about a 10-day trip. What are some of the challenges that you are sure to face doing this in 10 days on the river?
Well, we're working with some really experienced outdoor planning groups. So the Adventure Crew out of Cincinnati and River City Paddle Sports out of Louisville, Kentucky. And they've got a lot of experience in kind of the logistics of getting outside for a long period of time. So, you've got all of your camping stuff, making sure it's in dry bags. And we're lucky enough to have a great a trailer coming along and supporting us.
Okay.
So we don't have
and
to
a
have
safety boat. And,
right. 10 people. So there's just, PFDs and making sure everybody has great paddles and all of the right food and
sunscreen.
Sunscreen is really important. Great head protection.
So before we wrap it up, where can people follow this if they want to? Will you be on social media during the trip? Okay.
Post live updates on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page live. There's also a website, the Ohio River Recreational Trail.com.
Okay.
Right.
And,
very good.
The information that comes out is going to only increase. So there's more and more as more people get involved. We'll have.
That's great. Well, we'll put a link to that on our website as well. Guys, thanks for coming in to talk about this. I find it absolutely fascinating. I don't know if I could do 10 days, but I do love getting out on the river a little bit.
We'll get you in for one day.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you. And we'll be right back.